Hello viewers, in this class we are going to solve one important definite integral involving greatest integer function. So here we have to evaluate this integral from 100 to 200 and e raised to x minus greatest integer x, right? Okay, so let us call this integral as I, and in order to evaluate this integral, we have to make use of some properties of periodic functions, right? So the first one is, if we have an integral from mt to nt f of x dx, then this integral is equal to n minus m times the integral from 0 to t f of x dx, right? So we'll make use of this property. So here m and n are the integers and t is the period of the function, given function f of x, right? So here we have the value of f of x. The given function is e raised to x minus greatest integer x, and in our earlier video we have proved that the period of this function e raised to x minus greatest integer x is 1, right? So the value of this t, which is the period, is equal to 1, and m and n are the integers. So here the value of m is 100 and the value of n is 200, right? Why? Let us see. Now we can rewrite this integral I as integral from 100 to 200, and 100 can be written as 100 times 1, and 200 can be written as 200 times 1, right? So it takes the form mt to nt. So this is m, this is n, and this is t, and this is t, right? So the period is 1, and the integers m and n are 100 and 200 respectively, and f of x is e raised to x minus greatest integer x dx, right? So now if we make use of this property, then we can write here n minus m. So n is 200 minus 100 and multiplied by the integral 0 to t, and the value of t is 1. So here we have 1, and f of x is e raised to x minus greatest integer x dx, right? Okay, so now 200 minus 100 is 100, and we have the integral from 0 to 1 e raised to x minus 0 dx. Now why 0? Here the value of greatest integer x is 0 because the limits are from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. It means when x lies between 0 and 1, by the definition of greatest integer function x, the value is 0, right? Because suppose the value of x is 0.5, then obviously the greatest integer 0.5 is 0, right? So that's why the value of greatest integer x is 0 when x lies between 0 and 1. So now we can further write this integral as 100 times 0 to 1 e raised to x dx, and the integral of e raised to x is e raised to x, and here we have the limit 0 to 1, and here we have 100, right? Okay, so now we can further write it as 100 times e raised to 1 minus e raised to 0, because substituting the limits and taking the difference. So we have 100 times e raised to 1 is e and e raised to 0 is 1, right? So this is 100 times e minus 100. So the value of this integral is 100 times e minus 100.